Hi guys, it's me, your uni teacher. We've already met by this time in our very hot classroom outside today. So this video is just going to go over a few points of the syllabus that I think you might want to know before we get into the course in its entirety. So again, I'm Rebecca Warfield. Our Seahawk link is Savannah, who I think you maybe have met. I know at least once, but some of you met her when you first got here, maybe on move-in or at orientation or something. So our class is Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 10 to 10:50 in Hewlett or Graham Hewlett. I know a number of you said that you are in classes on the other side of campus. So let's just see how that works out for the first few days, and we'll figure out if everyone's having a hard time getting there. We'll figure out what to do about that. I'm also on the other side of campus too, so let's just play it by ear for the first week or so, and we'll go from there. This class also has a Wednesday evening component, and that is once a month. Our first Wednesday night class is September 4th, and I don't have my calendar pulled up here. That is, I guess, the week after next. So just make sure you mark your calendars. We also have one October 2nd, November 6th, and December 2nd. These are all on your syllabus and on your schedule too. My office is Morton 105B, which is kind of hard to find. So if you are coming into Morton, if you enter by the clock tower in the hallway where the student restrooms are, I am in hallway 105, the second office on the right. And then, of course, my email is warfieldr@uncw.edu. One thing I want to add here that's not on the syllabus, and I will fix this, you can contact me also by Skype and Gmail. If you want to Skype in with me, my Skype name is rebecca.warfield1, and my Gmail is also rebecca.warfield1. I will be logged into Skype whenever I'm in my office, Skype and Gmail. I'll be logged into them whenever I'm in my office. So if I'm happen to be on Skype and you have a question, and you can just go ahead and call in. If you want to meet on Skype or if you want to meet via Gmail chat, that's fine too. But if I'm not on, you need to shoot me an email and we can schedule a time to meet that way. So I'm not going to go over the course goals and the learning outcomes and stuff in their entirety, but I do want you to know, and you're probably already aware of this, that this is an EDGE course. And EDGE stands for Explore, Discover, Grow, and Engage. So what that means is you will be responsible for developing and participating in a service learning project in the Wilmington community. And we will talk more about that next week. I'm not really going to talk about it much this week. I don't think so. I'm sorry. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but by Friday, we will not have talked about it. So kind of hang on to that. But do know, if you are not interested in service learning and you feel that you cannot commit to a service learning project, this is not the class for you. And that doesn't hurt my feelings. That's totally fine. I want you to be in a uni class where you are happy and can have a good time. So if you really just aren't into service learning, you might consider dropping the class. Or maybe you happen to love service learning, and that's great too. So this class will be good for you. Moving on into class expectations. You are expected to be here, to be in class on time every day. I take attendance and tardiness pretty seriously. So 3 absences is all you can miss, and the 4th you fail, and 2 tardies is an absence. So you want to make sure that you're in class and on time every single day. The way I work the tardies is if I have already finished roll and you're coming into class, then you are marked tardy. If I'm still getting through roll, then I won't mark you tardy. Because there will be times that I might be a minute or 2 late to class, or maybe we get to chatting before class and I don't take roll right at 10 o'clock. So just be there before I'm finished. You should have all reading assignments done prior to class. This is pretty standard in college. Sometimes it gets confusing looking at the schedule. You can't quite tell if it's due that day or if it's supposed to be done that night. 9 times out of 10, your course calendar should be done for that day. So if you have chapter 1 read under Friday, that means it needs to be read before you get to class on Friday. If it says journal 1's due on Wednesday, that means your journal is due before class on Wednesday. You are expected to comply with the standards of the UNCW Academic Honor Code. I was at convocation the other day and I saw all of you swear into the Academic Honor Code. So I know that you know that cheating is a violation of that code. Also, you need to have your phones turned off before you come to class. If I hear your phone ring, you will be marked absent for the day. And that sucks because you're only allowed 3 absences. Also, if you have your phone on vibrate, I would prefer that you rather just turn it off. When your phone vibrates on top of like a pound of quarters that you have in your book bag for your laundry, it's even louder than it would be if it just went off anyway. So if I hear your phone ring or if I hear your phone vibrate, I will mark you absent for the day. Also, if I catch you texting in class, I will mark you absent for the day. It is extremely rude to text in class. Let's say you came up to me and asked me a question and I did this. Started texting. You would be all over the internet slamming me on Rate My Professor about how I'm rude and how I text when you're asking me a question. So it's rude then if you are texting when I'm talking, or even worse, when one of your classmates is talking. This is a common space. It is community space, which means you have to be respectful of everyone in that space. And when you're texting, you're ignoring everybody else around you. So if I catch you texting, you will be marked absent for the day. Also, just know that when you hide your phone underneath your desk to text, I can see it. I'm standing in class. I can see everything you're doing. And also the legs of the desk aren't covered. So I can see right through them. So please make sure that you either keep your phone in your book bag or don't bring it to class, whatever you need to do to not be tempted to text in class. I want to read just the academic expectations, and you may have heard this the other day during your small group and convocation. Here it says, in choosing UNCW, you've become part of our community of scholars. We recognize that the UNCW learning experience is challenging and requires hard work. It also requires a commitment to make time available to do that hard work. The university expects you to make academics your highest priority by dedicating your time and energy to training your mind and acquiring new knowledge. Academic success and critical thinking and problem solving prepares you for the challenges you will encounter in the future. Our faculty and academic support resources are readily available as partners in this effort, but the primary responsibility for learning is yours. I am here to help you. I am here to facilitate, but what I do not do is just hand out knowledge to you, give you answers to things you need to know. I prompt you with critical thinking questions. I prompt you to explore something. The primary responsibility of learning is yours. You are expected to be in class. You are expected to be learning and trying. If you think that you can come to college and just do nothing and slide by, you are greatly mistaken. So please make sure you are prepared to work and to work hard. The course requirements in terms of textbooks, you will need Thriving at UNCW and Beyond. The book is available at the bookstore. I think it looks like this. And you also need a copy of The Wave, which I don't have to show you because I left mine in Costa Rica accidentally, but I will get a new one. I have read it, but I just don't have my actual physical copy. So make sure that you have those. You need to have The Wave finished immediately. We're not talking about it for a little bit, but I might be referencing it. We could bring it up at any time. So if you have not read The Wave, it's in your best interest to read it this weekend. It's really fast. I read it in one day. You can get it done this weekend. So class participation and attendance, again, I only accept 3 absences and 2 tardies is an absence. All scheduled outside events are mandatory. So if you're scheduled to go to a lecture or something like that, then you have to go. Or if you have a Wednesday night class, you have to go. Or if you're scheduled for service learning, you have to go. Those will count as part of your attendance. So please make sure that you are aware of that. Additionally, being present also means that you have to be participatory and engaged. It is not enough just to come to class and sit there, right? I always call these students the mouth breathers, the ones that like just sit there, right? Don't be that student. Like be in class, say something, do something, participate, be a part of the group work, take notes, be an active learner. If you are not being an active learner, you will be marked absent for the day. For that, your attendance and class participation is worth 200 points. So that's a pretty hefty chunk of your grade. That's about 20%. You will also have a service learning project, as I mentioned before. We'll talk about that in more depth later. It is worth 250 points. You will be assigned groups for that, and you will be responsible for developing it, and there'll be assignments along the way to equal those 250 points. There is also 100 points for other community service, and here it says you will need to support your fellow classmates by participating in at least one other group's community service project. So that means that you have your own service project, and then at least once in the semester, you have to go help another group with their service learning project. And so that way you can see what your classmates are doing. So you're not just only focused on what your project is, that you can see how your classmates are also helping the Willington community as well. You will have 10 reflection journals at 20 points apiece. I have not yet decided how I want these to be turned in. I will know by Friday. I can't decide if I want them to be turned in on Blackboard or if I want them turned in as Word documents. I'll let you know. I'm going to look at Blackboard today and see how feasible it is to have them submitted via Blackboard. So don't worry about that just yet. I'll definitely know by class on Friday. You will also be required to attend 5 campus events, and Savannah, our Seahawk Link, can talk to you more about this on Friday, but just know that you are required to attend certain events, and there are certain categories that you have to attend. So, for example, one might have to be from the Synergy category, one might have to be from something like arts or athletics or something like that. But the purpose of this is to get you involved in campus so you can see what sort of things are happening around UNCW. The main contact for these events will be Savannah. I mean, of course, you can always contact me, but she's the one that knows everything that's happening on campus. I never know anything. Not cool enough anymore, I guess. Also, there will be 4 pop quizzes throughout the semester. Unfortunately, I tend to find that some students don't always take uni as seriously as they should. And so this is just to help keep you on your toes, to make sure that you're doing your work. So they will be worth 25 points apiece. I will give the quizzes whenever I feel like we need to have one, or whenever I want to have one. So just know that at any day, there could be a 25-point quiz. If you look at the syllabus, you can see the breakdown of the grades, what's an A, what's an A minus, what's a B plus, and so on. One thing that gets a little more difficult in college is that an A is not just an A, right? There's an A minus, or there's a B plus, a B, and a B minus, and your GPA is affected by whether you have a plus, a minus, or whatever. So make sure you take just a few minutes to look at that to see how the grades are broken down. Academic honesty, of course, if I catch you cheating, I will turn you into the dean and you will fail the course. I already mentioned before that I saw you swear to the academic honor code. In case you don't know, now you do. Cheating is against the rules. Copying and pasting from the internet, buying an assignment from the internet, turning in something that a friend did for you or a parent did for you, recycling an assignment from a different class, those are all forms of cheating. And if I catch you, and I always catch the cheaters, I've been teaching for almost 10 years, I will turn you into the dean and you will fail the course. So please do not waste your time and mine with cheating. There are a few other things on the syllabus that we need to go over, but I don't think they're important right now that you need to know them. Those are the main things. So please keep all this in mind as you come to class on Friday. We'll talk about this in its entirety. I think this will be a great class. We can have a great time. I want you to remember that the attitude you bring to class is how the class will end up. I like to use an example of a runner. If a runner goes out for his or her run and before says, this is going to be the worst run of my entire life. My legs aren't going to move, and I'm going to be tired, and I'm going to be dehydrated, and I'm not going to make it more than a mile, it's probably going to be the most miserable run in the world. But if the runner says, I'm going to have a great run today, I'm going to run 10 miles, I'm going to run the best I've ever ran in my whole entire life, it's probably going to be a pretty good run. So make sure you come to class with a good attitude. I'm usually pretty happy and pretty perky, so I think I hope I can help the positive energy, flow in class, but I also need your help with that. If things go well, we can have a lot of fun. My past uni classes that did really well, I sent them on full expense paid to ghost walks downtown. I'm trying to get you guys in the ropes course to have some fun out in the woods, maybe when it cools off, because it's really hot right now. We can have a lot of fun as long as you're working hard and you're being respectful to each other and to me. We can have a great time. We can also have a miserable time, but I don't think we're going to. So I will see you Friday. Keep your fingers crossed that the air conditioning is fixed because I just can't take that. And have a great day. See ya. Happy first day.